On Straight at 8, I'm Ridhumanan Bhardwaj. Our top focus viewers, war veteran Major General G.D. Bakshi speaks out and says he was supposed to speak at a webinar at JNU. However, he claims that there is pressure on certain groups to cancel that event at JNU. He says certain left groups at JNU are forcing others to be cancelling the event. He now calls this academic terrorism. Listen in to Major General G.D. Bakshi.
I was quite shocked when, the votaries of free speech in JNU raised such an outcry about my giving a talk on the Saraswati civilization in JNU in a webinar based on the fact that they didn't agree with what I have published in my book. Now, if this is going to be your capability to discuss, issues which are at variance with your own opinions and views which are at variance in your own, what are you talking of a university atmosphere of free discussion, debate, dissent, etc., etc. So what is sauce for the goose is not sauce for the gander. But I'm very glad that they have made this an issue because it focuses attention onto a very important facet of our history, our ancient history, and some seminal questions. Were the Harappan civilization and the Rig Vedic civilization one and the same? Was there an Aryan invasion? Yes or no? And is this Harappan civilization, is it gone on in an unbroken thread to here? I thought there was a need for a multidisciplinary approach. Last year we had held a multidisciplinary seminar in which satellite imagery experts, geologists, archaeologists, DNA population mapping experts, scriptural and linguistic experts, etc., had all come under one roof and discussed this problem of the Saraswati. The colonial historians say it is a myth. The leftists echo that because they don't want us to deviate from what the colonial masters had said. Amazing, amazing. There's so much more evidence which has come in now today, so much more evidence. There were no satellites in the time of Max Muller. There was no carbon dating. There was no luminescence dating, etc. Today there is. I think it's about time that we took cognizance of the new evidence that has piled up, because if we really take that into account, there will be a paradigm shift in our overall perception of our history.
Let's also go across to our colleague Piyush Mishra, who's joining us on the phone line. Piyush, not the first time we've seen some controversy rising at JNU. You've always covered it, been at the very helm of it, and now Major General G.D. Bakshi terming it academic terrorism. But Piyush, why is JNU always, when it comes to looking at interest where you can get different varied responses, always trying to come out and say only our sort of opinion should be put ahead? Certain groups there. Piyush, if you can hear me clearly, JNU once again at the epicenter of a new controversy when it comes to motivations and a certain different lobby coming out and speaking up. Why do you think it's always JNU that becomes the epicenter of any protest when it comes to it, and this time Major General G.D. Bakshi calls out their bluff?
Well, absolutely, Rhythm. Let us also tell your viewers that an event was planned at the Jawaharlal Nehru University. A webinar was planned on June 8, and a tweet was put out by JNU VC Jagdish Kumar himself, where he had tweeted in a report, Center for Holistic Studies, School of Social Sciences, and JNU invites you to a webinar on the Saraswati civilization, a paradigm shift in Indian history, and that will be addressed by Major General G.D. Bakshi, in which he had invited everyone. And now this has taken a massive political turn. So, in fact, controversy where there are some faculty as well as some students. They have now opposed this move, in which some have come out and strongly taken objection of the views of General G.D. Bakshi. This somewhere tells us the kind of mindset which is now exposed of these people And remember, now the organizer, while speaking to us, has also said that, that nobody should come out and do such activities because the university is a place where a debate should take place. Moreover, if one has any kind of objections or reservation, they should, put that particular objection while the event is going on. This is somewhere is now going to have ramification. Let us also tell to our viewers that this event will take place and tomorrow. And on the same note, we are also getting a word from General J.D. Bakshi, in which he has not only tweeted but also condemned the kind of objection which has now come out. What we are also picking is that shortly we'll also have a word from other people also.
Okay. Let me first also, as of now, as you are speaking, Piyush, once again, Republic TV tried to speak to the organizer of the event. Let's listen to what he said as he slammed the left groups.
सर एक इवेंट हो रहा है जनरल बख्शी जी का जो जिसमें उन्होंने एक वेबिनार में थ्रू एड्रेस कनेक्ट करेंगे वहाँ पे जेएनयू
सर वो वेबिनार जेएनयू का वेबिनार है उनका।
जी 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 उसमें एक वन ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजर्स में आपका नाम था, मैंने देखा था। और मैं सिर्फ आपसे ये जानना चाह रहा हूँ कि कुछ ऐसे फैकल्टी मेंबर्स हैं जिन्होंने लेटर लिख के कहा है कि उनसे बात नहीं की गई और उन्होंने डिस्टेंस कर लिया अपने आप को इस बारे में, मतलब क्या है कि हम
नहीं वो एक होता है दैट लेटर इज ऑलरेडी पब्लिक न्यूज़पेपर में भी छपा है।
यस सर, यस सर।
पर लेकिन बट उसमें ये है कि दिस इज यूनिवर्सिटी वेबिनार।
सॉरी सर, मैं समझ जी
यूनिवर्सिटी उससे आपने पोस्टर देख रहा है ना?
हाँ यस सर, यस सर, यस सर।
तो उसमें लिखा है जेएनयू ऑर्गेनाइजर वेबिनार।
यस सर, यस सर।
नाउ द डीन ऑफ द स्कूल ऑफ सोशल साइंसेज,
यस सर,
and Professor Umesh Kadam and myself,
yes sir,
are coordinating as simple as that. Now if people किसी कहते हैं सूत न कपा सही ऐसे कुछ है नहीं, आप आपस में लिख रहे हैं तो क्या कर सकते हैं? मैनर ऑफ प्रोटेस्ट उनको नहीं लग रहा है।
अच्छा,
उनसे पूछने का मतलब तब होता है when it is a center sponsored program.
Absolutely.
In my opinion, it's a non-issue. But since they wrote a letter and sent to some media organizations, people have picked up.
Yes, sir.
But what is more important is the discussion that is going to happen tomorrow.
Absolutely, that is more important. Yes, absolutely. I also agree.
These are secondary issues because I don't want to react to my colleagues. I don't want to tell them that you have misunderstood. They are at that level, at this age, they should not be leading anybody else. So if they want to pick on certain subjects, because they have some objection to General Bakshi.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, sir.
So, and if you do not have discussion in a university, where will you have?
Absolutely.
You must be able to listen to the opposite views.
Yes, sir.
You come to the lecture, listen to him, critique him, criticize him, ask questions, write about it. That is the academic debate.
Correct.
I don't want to stoop to that kind of level. What is important for us is that a scholar who has been working in this area for a long time has written a book and is speaking, and also a former soldier. So I'm very proud of that.
Let's also now go across to my colleague Piyush, who's joining us live on the story. Piyush, several times whenever there's been a problem at JNU, we've seen it's the epicenter of some controversy or the other. We've also seen that, you've covered JNU very, very closely. Once again, they are being slammed by the organizers. But this time a war veteran calls out their bluff. How are we to see the JNU that's now slowly become someone or some sort of a place that's only wanting its politics and its views to be coming out? Even when a war veteran is invited there, they're not letting him speak.
Well, absolutely. You would remember that similar sort of objections have come before also, where the people there, the students there at JNU have objected to such moves before also. And this time when General J.D. Bakshi, who is a known man across the country, known soldier across the country, now he is being opposed by their few members of faculty and few students also. Now they have written a letter to JNU Vice Chancellor in which they have put some sort of reservations, objections, in which they are saying that they were not consulted before deciding on this event, and they have decided to distance themselves also as far as the whole controversy is concerned. Now we'll have to wait and watch how the event is going to take place, which is also to take place tomorrow. Many other people will be joining it. Many other faculty members will be the part of this program webinar, which will take place tomorrow, and a huge number of students are also going to take part. A tweet was done by JNU Vice Chancellor M. Jagdish Kumar himself, in which he had asked people to come and join in large numbers, as General G.D. Bakshi is going to join that event. Let us also tell to our viewers that Aishi Ghosh, who is also JNU ISU president, she has tweeted this, and I would like to show to our viewers the kind of tweet which she has done, in which she has also come out and objected to this participation of General G.D. Bakshi, in that particular event. And Aishi Ghosh tweets, and I quote, "Indian universities ranking is falling because of this hate mongers with no background in history coming and lecturing us about history. It's sad to see JNU being reduced to this, where we don't get space for critical thinking." This is what the Aishi Ghosh has tweeted. This somewhere exposes the kind of mindset these students have, where they are now opposing a known man who's known across the country. And what we are learning is that the organizer of this event has come out and he has spoken to us. And while speaking to us, the organizer has said that university is a place where such sort of debates should. And if one has to put some sort of point of view, then they should join this debate and then only do this.
Thank you, Piyush, for that. Exactly the sentiments we are looking at, and we'll track it closely. Slipping into a quick break, stay on with us.